Welcome to The Scoop with Stuart
and Sherry, coming at you from Aunt Betty Studios in Carson City, Nevada.
From First Presbyterian Church, where we are opening the gospel to Carson City and beyond. Hello and welcome back.
Yeah.
Happy May Day.
That's right.
Happy May Day, yeah.
Happy May Day to you.
You know, I think probably most of the people watching our video today will know what that is, but I think the younger generation maybe doesn't know much about it.
No, and they should.
So, well, go ahead and tell us about your experience with May Day.
Well, with May Day, when I was little, we would go out in behind the home, and we had a bunch of trees back there, but we also had some birch trees.
Okay.
And so we would go back there with our little buck knives.
Okay.
And then cut off a piece of the birch bark.
Okay.
And then make little May Day baskets.
Oh.
And then go out on the part of the prairie behind us, and we had what we called forget-me-nots.
Yes.
And they would grow in bunches.
Sure.
And they were real short. And then we'd put that in that and give it to our mom.
Oh.
So that was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
When you're little, but we got to make them and everything.
Yeah, you actually made them put them together. I think my mother, not necessarily the birch, but she, same sort of thing. You gave flowers to people. And there was even, and this isn't something I've ever done, but do I understand correctly, you could like a small bouquet of flowers, knock on someone's door and leave, and then they'd find the flowers.
Yeah.
Is it just sort of like an unofficial welcoming of spring? We're now in May.
Well, yeah, especially, growing up in Montana.
Yeah.
That was exciting. So you could go out and do that. But they were really those, the forget-me-nots were the first thing that would come out on the prairie.
Right.
And they would only show up early in that time of year.
Beautiful. That's just a wonderful thing. So, hey, if you're watching this and you have celebrated May Day before, tell us about it. We'd love to hear.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
That's a tradition that should happen with kids today.
Just a real sweet, innocent time.
That's right.
So we have our little basket here. It's not got forget-me-nots in it, but just little something to...
No, that's right.
All right. Well, we're going to shout out, and I have a shout out today.
Okay.
That... it's going to sound a little self-serving, but I don't mean for it to.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to shout out to my husband, Joe Gurney, not as my husband, okay? He is my husband, but that's not why I'm shouting out to him, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole other level of shout out, like, you chose this. No, but I want to shout out to him as he's been our live stream operator.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's been the main guy, and he's been working on training some other people.
Yeah.
But we are leaving today for Phoenix.
Yeah, and I'm excited that you're doing that.
Yeah, me too. So we're going to a friend's retirement party on Saturday in Phoenix, and so we're literally 2 days down, spending a day there, 2 days back up. And but for over 2 years now, this will only be the second time he's ever not been there on a Sunday for the live stream. And he was even, he had kidney cancer and had a kidney removed on a Tuesday, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And that following Sunday, he was in service doing the live stream. That's like his dedication to it, right?
It's amazing.
And I'm going to say also, he's an engineer. He has an engineer's mind.
Yes, he does.
Which means he can see the 1,000 different working pieces and how they fit together into the cohesive whole, and how when something's going wrong, where do we find where that is and get it fixed and all of that.
Well, you've got that down, because when he talks to me, it's that way.
Right?
It is.
It is. And so at 10 o'clock last night, I was being his assistant and helping to get the directions together, because he does have other people, and I want to say thank you to the others who are stepping up to help with that. But he wants to make sure that step by step they have all the directions to be able to run the live stream this Sunday, which is going to be really important. We're going to talk about that in just a moment.
Right.
But, we're talking pictures and all these different things to say, do this, do that, do the other thing, step by step. 10 o'clock last night before we leave for Phoenix today to make sure that it can be successful and run well. And then that's something that can also be used as other people decide they want to be trained in it, so it's not.
Right.
Because he says running the live stream is like playing a game of chess. You have to think ahead.
Of course, of course he does.
Right. Yeah. But at any rate, so again, yes, a little self-serving because he is my husband.
No, I think it's well deserved. Absolutely.
I know that we have people who are unable to get to church, and we have people around the world even who are watching our live stream, and that's because he's dedicated to making sure that happens. And so, anyways,
thank you, Joe.
This Sunday he will not be at the camera, but we have some other wonderful people who are going to step in. Troy and Ken will be there, and so it's all really good stuff. So thank you, Joe, for making sure that everybody gets a chance to see what's going on at FPC on Sundays.
Okay, now we have Destiny Robles.
Yes.
Well, Destiny is an eco candidate for the ministry, and she is going to be speaking here on this Sunday.
Correct.
And that is really going to be exciting, I feel.
Oh, absolutely.
And she, and I made a point of contacting her, and she was great about getting back to me about saying, what's your service about? What is it going to be about? And what music do you want? And so she made a point, boy, it's going to be a really good sermon.
Right. And of course,
and the music,
I'm missing it.
I think this is her first one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But, but she just made sure that everything was in line. Right. And that's wonderful.
It is, yeah. Well, it's we just had a conversation with Ian, and then he did a Bible study on women in ministry. Right. That's part of ECO's standards, is that men and women can serve equally. Well, there's other exciting things happening this Sunday, and I have another one written down, but there's another one I haven't written down. We'll get to that later.
Right.
So we're going to celebrate Destiny. That's going to be wonderful as we welcome her through her ordination process. But we're also going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and I see that you dressed for that.
Well,
very nice.
Kind of.
You kind of like a nacho-colored shirt.
Nacho, it seems like I got everything.
The red salsa, the green jalapenos, the yellow cheese, the white sour cream.
I'm not a meal.
You're the one who came in and said you wore this for that. I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
Sorry. And here we go.
You think that's getting cut out?
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, you said you specifically chose this for that.
I did.
I think, well, no, you probably won't wear it Sunday. You'll wear something a little more. Maybe you could change into it afterwards. Well. But we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo on Cuatro de Mayo, because Cinco de Mayo is Monday the 5th.
Right.
But we're going to have a nacho bar, and we're providing the chips, but we do need people to bring toppings for it.
Correct.
I've been told do not bring bacon bits. We have so many bacon bits left over from the potato bar.
Yep.
Don't bring bacon. But if you want to bring ground beef or ground turkey or pulled pork or sour cream, cheese, jalapenos, green onions, you name it, avocados, guacamole, salsa, bring it and have some nachos.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It will.
So pick a color off of his shirt.
Yeah,
and
go
bring
ahead.
Something.
Just make sure it's food. That's all I'm saying.
I caught the crud. I don't feel like putting up with this today, but here we are. Moving on.
Well, we have Priority Prayer Group.
Yes.
So that's going to be moved from their Tuesday time back to Mondays at 4.
Yes.
Okay, so, and it'll be in the library.
Correct.
So just remember that it's moving from Tuesday now back to Monday at 4.
Right. Yep. And I have not changed that on the slide that goes in the pre-service, but it will get changed this next week.
We'll see if they come listen to the scoop.
Right. Right. All right. Well, moving forward, this is May. I cannot believe we are already through the first 4 months of the year, they just went by like that. And so we're in May. Next, of course, is June. June, July, August, we're going to have children's church, not Sunday school.
Correct.
Karen is going to be off doing her thing. And so we're going to have children's church in the Family Life Center. We have lots of wonderful things ready for that. What we need is people to take just one Sunday outside the box and take part in that and teach our kids something. This is not high stakes.
Nope.
Nope. Just choose a favorite Bible story and have fun with them.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now, speaking of fun.
Yes.
Water balloons.
Yes.
So
do tell. Go ahead.
Okay, well, with the water balloons for this summer on Sunday fun days,
yes,
we're going to be doing water balloons.
I'm Vanna White right now.
Yes, I believe you are.
This is what we need.
Yeah, and it's that exact type of water balloon.
You can buy this package at Costco for like $20. You can get smaller packages elsewhere, but you can get this at Costco. So please, 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 please.
Okay.
Look for these. I don't care if there's different colors, but this is the kind, a bunch of balloons, and the kids have a load of fun with that.
That's right.
So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, now after that, we do have a word of encouragement. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28.
If you remember last week,
Yes.
I goofed up and I didn't change the missions on our shot sheet here. And so I said this week we would pray for a bunch of them all together. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So locally this week, would you please pray for the Ron Wood Family Resource Center?
Correct.
And Advocates to End Domestic Violence.
That's right. And then internationally, we have the KLDP, let me get that right, and it's in Thailand. And Jim and Anna Mency in Sane Bite, Belize.
All right.
So, yeah, those are all groups that really are, they do so much for all of us.
They do. And for the world. They're opening the gospel to Carson City and beyond.
That's right.
All right. Well, I did say there was one other thing. I just wanted to mention this before we head out. And this will be, you'll see this after the final screen.
Okay.
You know, where we have our bloopers. There's probably bound to be something there, I'm sure, that we've done here.
Yeah, there was.
But prior to that, also, Sunday is May the 4th. Now, do you know where I'm going?
Oh, I know exactly where you're going. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Now, you probably know that most from John Williams.
That's right.
And he's one of my favorite American composers.
And phenomenal.
Sunday is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And then, of course, Monday is also Revenge of the 5th.
Oh,
I know.
Lord.
So anyways, the first thing you're going to see after our end card is a little homage to Star Wars Day. I got some Star Wars church memes that are pretty funny and some Star Wars themed kind of music. So can't use the actual music because of copyright.
Correct.
But at any rate, a lot to celebrate.
Yep.
There's lots to celebrate this weekend.
That's
and
good.
I won't be here for any of it. So.
Well, you'll get to do stuff and put it on there for us. So.
Okay. All right. Well, at any rate, have fun this weekend. Enjoy your time with Destiny.
That's right.
Enjoy that nacho bar as we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And have fun with Star Wars Day. I don't think there's anything against bringing a lightsaber to church.
Okay. All right.
They're plastic. I mean, we're not talking.
I know.
If you have a real lightsaber, we got other things to talk about.
No, I know. No. But I'm going like, I can just see it. I don't know when they would bring them out, but I don't care.
During the nacho bar thing.
During the nacho bar thing.
I don't think Destiny chose any Star Wars music.
No, she did not.
The silliness has gone on long enough.
Yes, it has.
All right. God bless. Take care.
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you when I get back. You'll see him Sunday.
Yep.
And have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Stuart,
How we doing, Randall?
I'm doing great.
Good.
You know something though?
What?
Our attire today is appropriate.
That's right, because we have Hawaiian. I like Hawaiian shirts because it's that time of year and it's going to make Sherry just go bonkers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Now,
She will.
the warm weather is bringing out all the Hawaiian shirts.
That's right.
And a lot of them are they're beautiful shirts for church.
Right.
And they're comfortable.
That's right. Well, and I've got it. Like you, I'm sure I've got a bunch of them, and I'd always travel a lot to Hawaii. I don't anymore, but you know, I have plenty to go around if anybody needs another one.
Well, one thing, sometimes the shirts can be a little bit over the top.
What are you talking about, Randall?
Let me see if I can find an example of that. Nothing comes to mind.
Nothing comes to mind. Well, you know, I will say that I will be changing out of this before I leave the sanctuary because I would not wear this downtown. No. I would wear it though, however, in Hawaii. But
yeah, you know, maybe downtown be all right.
I don't think so. No, I don't. In fact, I was making the comment earlier to all of you that my colors really match this a lot. But I have more subtle ones like yours, but that is pretty. It's out there too.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But I would like to see the fact that we maybe need to have Hawaiian Day Sunday.
Fun.
Hawaiian Day Sunday. Yes, that's right. Let's just make Sherry go bonkers and have Hawaiian Day Sunday. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. And what could be a better summer
thing to wear?
Yeah.
And I know there's people within our church that they have those clothes.
Oh yeah,
they'll wear them.
They wear them all winter.
But they wear them all winter. Well, some do because
that's hardcore.
Yeah, that is hardcore. But no, I think that would be awesome. Hawaiian Day Sunday.
We shall make a call to Sherry and just see if she would
be interested in that.
Yeah, I think she might be.
Well, you never know. Well, okay. I think this is one of Sherry's frocks. And now you know who's taping this behind the scenes. We love you, Sherry.
We love you.
Be also. Okay, I lost it. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm losing it too.
Yeah.
Do.
Brain cell.
What brain cell? I'm having a cramp right here. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my spell.
I kind of like it when you get sick. Now the mentalness comes out.
I don't even have any like Dayquil or anything going on. I need it.